You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. Comics, television, movies, and more. If it impacts fan culture, we have something to say about it. And now, your hosts, Michael, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
I tried to start writing something of Ronald P. Tramp, 'Twas the night before Christmas and all through the camp, not a creature was stirring but Ronald P. Tramp. I started, I didn't get very far with it.
You need to get on that.
It's like last few years we had Elf on the Shelf. This, you got a tramp and a camp. Put it in your camp. Move around the camp.
Selling stamps.
Yeah, it would be, instead of Santa showing up, it would be like gray aliens.
How else is he going to get around?
I don't know where a spicy pepito would be. Can't think of anything wrong with that.
You work on that.
What do our wondering eyes should appear? Ronald P. Tramp.
And a 6-pack of beer.
On Mario, on spicy pepitos.
Don't forget about Sean Connery.
Just work them all in there. That's all I'm going to think about now for the next week.
Ma in her kerchief and I and my wife beater.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. We're back again. My name is Jordan Lowe.
Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth and back again. Better than ever.
The illustrious Michael K. Easton in the house.
Special guest.
Forever and ever.
If you see, when you hesitate, then you become a special guest. If you just jump in,
Yeah.
then you're part of the cast. But if you don't jump immediately, he's going to make you a special guest at the end.
You gotta just build up the surprise. It could have been someone else. No, you're just stuck with me.
Mario. He's eating Swedish fish right now and chewing, so he can't talk.
Got a weird compliment today. A woman came in the store. She's only in there once in a blue moon, and she said, "Wow, you look so much better with long hair."
I thought she was going to say with your face covered in the mask.
I was like, thank you. It's like the fact that I look so much better than the crap I looked like before.
You looked hideous.
Gargoyle.
I was like, I think that was a compliment, but I'm not entirely sure.
Wow. Finally.
That fabulous hair really does it for her.
So you can see all of our COVID quarantine looks if you're a patron and you see us doing these Zoom calls. You get access to the videos on our super secret Facebook page that leads to a uncharted, unpublic YouTube page.
Unlisted.
Unlisted, there you go, that's the word.
Ooh.
So you get the unlisted videos of us on here. But that's
What
not
else
the
you
only
got?
perk. That's not the only perk of being a patron. We sometimes have little get-togethers.
Yeah, we had one this week. Michael didn't get together with us, though.
I withdraw in.
It was drawn. We played trivia, and it was a Poobah doodah.
Yeah. So
I wrote the questions this time, and apparently they were hard.
They were terrible. So
I thought they were pretty good.
no, they were good. They were good. Something happened like at halftime though.
Yeah, you guys, Jesse got off to a bad start, but I didn't feel too bad because the other 4 people playing were all within 5 points basically of each other.
Right.
So,
I was in first place, apparently. And then halftime happened, and then you broke my brain, and I did not have a correct answer for like 3 or 4 more rounds.
I think I mean, only one question did all of you get right. Like that was odd to me. And I would never would have picked that question because I thought people wouldn't catch on to what it was. But so anyway, you missed out, Michael. So I'm going to give a couple I think maybe you might know. We'll see. Maybe something you know they don't. Skippity skip. What's the first #1 rap song? Get 5 seconds.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
No.
Oh,
we get another guess? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Is it
thinking through it?
Run DMC?
Nope. Ice Ice Baby.
That's stupid.
Gummy. It's stupid. I agree. It's terrible. Is that gummy berry juice? What's it do if a human
makes them super strong?
Yes.
Huh.
One person got that. No. Let's see. Let's find another one you might know.
Now I got the theme song stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Okay, we're skipping past halftime. Halftime, I had a matchup.
It was a nightmare.
It was terrible. It was movie taglines from disaster movies. Matchup 12 movies with their 12 taglines.
Oh, God.
This time, things are bad.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Brace yourself.
You won't believe the danger.
Spoilers, I got 0 out of 12.
Oh.
I probably would have too.
That's
And
not
that was
true.
my downfall.
I think you got a couple. You're crazy. You got 2, Cliff. Okay, here's one for you that nobody got, Michael. What 4 words does He-Man say? And you're already thinking, nobody got this. What 4 words does He-Man say in order to change back to Prince Adam? Oh, that one hurts now all of a sudden.
Wow.
So yeah, he says what 4 words, and we all say, well, obviously it's I have the power.
Yeah.
So then he switcheroos on us, and it's like, wait, what does he say to turn back?
I forget what you said, Jordan. It was something about back off, Grayskull dude, bro, or something like that.
Yeah, it was like, cool out, Grayskull, bro.
Got anything?
No, I don't.
Let the power return.
Oh,
That's it.
whatever.
Can you name one NES Zapper game not named Duck Hunt?
I couldn't.
No. Jordan and Jesse and maybe somebody else. I don't remember whether anybody else got that or not.
Not off the top of my head. No.
Most popular answer was Hogan's Alley, because I think a lot of people had that. And then from Back to the Future 2 was Wild Gunman.
Ooh.
Here's the only question that everybody got right. And the category was Wabbit season. I think that helped. Drivers traveling west on famed old Route 66 toward Los Angeles might accidentally find themselves instead cruising north to Santa Fe. How and where did they mess up? Everybody got this. In fact, I sent the questions to a friend last night and he got it too. So you'll be the first to blow it if you don't get it.
I'm gonna blow it because I'm too tired.
That's all right.
It took me a minute.
Should have taken that left tween at Albuquerque.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Let's see if was there anything else. Oh yeah, you'll know this one. You got this one in the bag. What's the name of Lion-O's sword? Actually, I don't even think I gave them that much information. I said weapon.
sort of omen.
Yes. That's pretty much it. Good job. But there was a lot more. We had like a bazillion questions, and it took us like 2.5 hours, but we had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's always a good time, patron trivia.
So get in on that. $1 a month.
We'll let you write the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only have to write the questions your first time, then we'll take it. It's like Fight Club. If it's your first time, you've got to write the questions.
Now they'll never sign up. You do not have to write the questions your first time. That's a guarantee. Nobody will want to do it. Oh, so there's some big gaming news here.
Challenge your imagination to come alive and to battle with the creatures of Dungeons and Dragons.
52!
You shot my battleship.
I got a bingo! What do I win?
It's Operation the Wacky Doctor's game where you're the Wacky Doctor. Batteries not included.
I blew it! My turn.
Shall we play a game?
All right, games. So the video game systems came out. Everybody got your system of choice? Yeah, you could get a PS5, disc or no, Xbox Series X with, disc, or S without. So 4 available this week. Which one did you grab? Michael?
The Stadia.
Got the Stadia. No one's quite sure what that is. Even Stadia. So,
unfortunately,
no, I'm the only one that got anything. I think Cooper even blew it, right?
The previous generation, did they both come out at the same time as well?
I don't remember. I don't know whether they were the same week or not, but it was this same time, because this is the third system, PlayStation system, that I took the week off. Anticipated it was going to be the middle of November, and got lucky it came out 2 days before I started vacation.
I would love to know who designed the Xbox box. I mean, that is it's a horrible design. It just looks like a freaking computer tower. Like, it has no...
Well, they're going for simplicity.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the stylish, like, PlayStation, and it's all nice and curvy, and then you just have this box.
Yeah. Some people like the simplicity. Some people like the art museum look.
When you said that, I thought you were talking about the cardboard box it comes in. I was like, who cares about the box? I
will say the differences in the box. The Microsoft box, apparently everybody thought was great. It should win an award, apparently, for how great this box is. And the PlayStation one, I'll tell you, as somebody that still has my PlayStation 3 and 4 boxes, this one is like they were going for environmentally friendly or something, because it's the flimsiest thing. It's not one that I'm going to be saving. So
why every time these come out, people can't get them? Scalpers. Every time Nintendo drops something, every time a new console comes out, like these have been in production for literally years, and they never have enough. What is? We talked about this with toys and never having the right mix on the shelves.
Yeah.
Why can't these companies meet demand?
It's marketing, like, because you build a hype. Like, if everybody wants one and no one can get one, it just makes it that much bigger. So like when it just makes it bigger.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to sell more?
Well, I mean, everyone's going to finally get one, but you build the popularity of, it's that thing going back to like when you're trying to hunt or find something that, like, even like when collecting, just like the Crisis on Infinite Earths that we were talking about in the previous episode of, I spent like a whole summer tracking those down, trying to find those issues. And there was 2 of them that took me over a year to find. And it's that want and desire for something that someone else has that you can't have.
Mm-hmm.
they just can only make so many at a time. They're coming out in batches right now, but a lot of the problem with getting them is just people have got. There's just scalpers out there that have programs running that buy a lot of these things automatically, and you got to be right on it.
Don't be that guy. If you're that guy listening, don't be that guy. Stop being that guy. Be a better guy.
My son.
There's easier, better ways to make money.
Shame.
Nick reports people.
Shame.
Every time he sees somebody selling one for way too much on Facebook Marketplace or something, he reports them.
Does he?
He's like, this is not right. It's like.
Does he do that with toilet paper too?
What?
Does he do that with toilet paper too?
He should. If you're hoarding
I don't
toilet
even know
paper,
what that means. He reports people that are selling toilet paper.
Yeah, they hoard it. And, put it up
on Amazon. People have been like hoarding and jacking the price up for like where they're selling it for like $100 or something.
Yeah, $20.
I don't ever check Facebook Marketplace, so I did not know that. But anyway, I of course. What is going on over there, Cliff?
The cat is going crazy.
There's like a
Yeah, I don't know.
Cat's going crazy playing keyboard. Anyway, these girls at work, people are trying to get something for their kids, and they're just like, "How do I get this?" And I'm like, "Order it 2 months ago." I ordered mine in September. They had here's my secret. I'm on Twitter. I follow these gaming deals sites that will and put it on. Let me know every time they tweet. So it comes up, and then on September 23rd or whatever, I got an alert. It's on sale on Amazon. Went over there. It was on sale for like 1 minute, and I was one of the people that got one ordered. And half the people that got them ordered didn't end up getting one because they sold twice as much as they had in that 1 minute. So a bunch of people, I got an email right after that said, you might not actually get it on release day, but you'll have it by Christmas. You should. But then a lot of people didn't get it, but I got lucky. That's how I got it. And I'm still doing that right now for people trying to get a hold of other ones because they still have alerts come up for things. So, but there's a lot of people ready with their programs to buy a bunch of these things. So anyway, I almost canceled my order because I was thinking, do I really need one? I'm Mr. Early Adopter usually with these things. I've always got it right away because I want to have something the entire life of it and get the most use out of it. My PlayStation 3 and 4 both still work. I've had, I know some people don't have luck with these things, but mine, I can't get them to break. So it's like I don't really have a use. I didn't need this, but I'm really glad I got it because it's freaking phenomenal. It's amazing. So I recommend if you were going to get one, the PlayStation is killer. Well, a lot of it has to do with the controller. Came with a game already installed called Astro's Playroom, and it's like a little robot guy. It's a very Mario World type game, but it shows off the controller, which is because we always had with PlayStation 2, they came out with the DualShock, the rumbling controller, and some people like that, some people don't, and it's fine. But this is it's got totally changed. It's called haptic feedback, and it can make so many different feelings in it. Feel like raindrops and feel every step on certain things. Now, this Astro's Playroom is really going to show off more than some things are going to use it for, but the resistance on the triggers is you can feel like if you're pulling a bow back, if you've ever shot a bow and arrow, it will be really hard at first and then get easier. That's how these triggers work. They've got a program for different things you do. It's just really great. It's a advancement that I don't think people were expecting PlayStation to be the ones to pull it off because Microsoft always seemed to have the better controller. But I got that, and I've got the Call of Duty. I hadn't got one of those in the last several years, and thought I'd try it out on the new system. And tomorrow I got that Miles Morales showing up, and the Star Wars Squadrons game I wanted to try. But it's got backwards compatibility, so a lot of what I'm playing is PlayStation 4 games because I can just put all those on. Like I said, I have all those consoles, but I'm going to straight PS5. The only thing I don't have right now is a HBO Max does not have an app for PlayStation 5, so I still have to use the 4 for that. But other than that, I moved everything over to the 5. And so if you're wondering if it fits in your console, my TV, my entertainment center or whatever has like 3 slots, traditional size, and it fits in there barely, but it does. It comes with a stand. More people are probably going to stand it vertically because it is enormous. Anyone that says the PlayStation 3 was known for being huge, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember the 3 was huge too. No, it is. I still have my 3. It's way bigger than that. It's really big, but it does fit in there. But the stand would like screw on the bottom, or if you want to lay it horizontally, it's kind of flawed. It barely clips on there, and it's kind of a bear to get everything hooked up without it falling off of its little horizontal stand. But it's fine now. A few hiccups trying to get things loaded over, but for the most part, works really good. There's a media remote you can buy for it that I'm able to get rid of a lot. I had the mini remotes problem that this one PlayStation remote is solving. I'm able to basically use it for everything. So that's always great when you run into that. But that's basically it. I mean, it's right now I am super happy that I got it. And it's fast. It's got, could always use more room, but you can add on a external hard drive to hold your PlayStation 4 games if you get too many things going. But I imagine I'm going to fill it up here pretty quick in the next couple of weeks with games.
What is like the flagship game for this
Spider-Man
kickoff? Is that the
Miles
the
Morales.
one everyone's going to have?
Yeah, because everybody loved the Spider-Man game a couple years ago, and I played it. It was good. I will say I never finished it because there was too many goons. I want to play the story. I want to fight the bosses, all the super villains. And I don't mind a little going around and fighting the goons and trying your powers out, but I don't want to do hours and hours of goon fighting. Going to a construction site and fighting a bunch of nobodies is not. It's a waste of time after so many hours of it. So, and I couldn't figure out a way to avoid it, but apparently this Miles Morales is, I've heard anywhere between 7 and 15 hours for a game. It's less than $50 for that. And it's, nice tight story, I guess, apparently one review said you can skip a lot of that. So I'll be able to tell you after the fact here in a couple of weeks what I thought of it. I wasn't even going to get it because I didn't feel like I finished the first one, but somebody said it was short and it had a really it's like set at Christmas in New York. It's like, well, the timing's right, and I like Miles Morales, and you can wear the suit from the movie and everything, and you can pump in your own Spotify music now. It's great. Like, you just bring up Spotify on your PlayStation and put in whatever soundtrack you want with it.
So you could listen to our podcast.
Listen to the sound. Wait, no. I was thinking of What's Up Danger and go jumping off some buildings, but I'm not going to be listening to you guys while I'm swinging through the city.
But you could.
I could.
No, we saw Cooper and I were watching television after I got home a little while ago from work, and we saw the trailer for that Squadrons Star Wars game. And I was like, ooh, what is that?
The thing I didn't... the multiplayer on it, you have like a squad of 5 people, which is cool. I would like to play that with friends, but the odds of having right now 4 other friends with PlayStation 5s, and that game are pretty slim.
Yeah.
But that would be fun. But what more likely you're going to get it randomly in a group with a bunch of people that are way better because they've been playing it already and they're kids and that's all they do. It's like, so I wasn't going to get it. And then I looked, I was like, as long as there is a single player campaign that I can fly some Star Wars ships and I don't have to worry about these kids, there's like apparently plenty of missions that you can play for, several hours and get to do a lot of Star Wars flying around, do some missions. So that's good enough for me. It was only like $23 or whatever. It's on sale already. So had to try it out. Something else I ordered too that was kind of cheap, but I'll talk another time about some other stuff we've been playing that we've been enjoying. But that's the new console news for us. I've never had an Xbox. Nick has all those, but I feel like I'm going to have to get this new one at some point because Bethesda, who has always been almost exclusively PlayStation, and they had like Skyrim and Fallout and Last of Us and all this stuff that I like, has Microsoft made an $8 billion deal with them. So I'm assuming I'll only be able to play some of those games on Xbox. We'll have to get that in a couple of years. But Nick, I'm very early adopter, and Nick's the one that will wait. He's like, I don't need it. He's got all these old systems. He's like, I'm a year and a half, 2 years behind everybody. All my games are cheap. I'm still catching up. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
As soon as I got that PlayStation, he is out here in the living room like jealous. He is jealous now. So, tough. Get a real job. He's got money. He just doesn't want to spend it.
Well,
anyway, that's the gaming we've been doing.
Speaking of video games, we were going to do a little, yeah, you know me.
Ooh. You down with KPP?
Yeah, you know me.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
You know me. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
You know me.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
You know me.
You don't know how it feels to be me. If you don't know me by now.
Why are you the way that you are?
And, what?
We're not always the most up to date on video games, so we've talked before about some old games and a few modern games, so it's not a topic we cover very regularly.
So the question was, whose question was this? Michael, was this yours?
Nope.
I saw something. I think it was AV Club did some kind of segment about like the best video game, like if you could live in a video game, these are the coolest ones to visit or something. So I thought that was not a bad question.
Yeah. So the question...
They're all scary when you think about it.
They are all scary. Yeah, so the question was, if you could live in a video game world, which one would you pick, right?
Which would you most or least want to live in as a character?
Yeah, so I was thinking about that, and I gotta say, because most of my gaming is, 1985.
You're gonna be jousted? We're gonna joust you?
I do like joust.
Yeah, you're going to just be pixels. You'll be Cliff will just be a stack of pixels.
Yes, no more than 8-bit.
I want to be one of the drivers in Frogger.
I don't think
you don't have to be one of the main characters. You could be any character, a side character, a villain.
That's what Nick. I asked Nick this question, and he went through like a whole thing. He was just like, first off, is Mario gonna have the same morality as me? Will he see me as a villain? Will he want to step on my head or shoot me with fire?
Wow, that's philosophical.
I know. I said I kind of like the Renaissance and being like in Assassin's Creed, but I'm allergic to hay. Can't be jumping off them buildings into the piles of hay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I love Skyrim and Dragon Age and all those in these fantasy worlds, but they're dangerous as heck. There's dragons.
I had a game when I was a kid for the Atari 2600 called Berserk. And you were this little guy, and you had to run around this maze of rooms that had robots in them, and they would shoot you. And they would shoot at you, and you couldn't touch the walls.
Nope.
So you had to avoid them and shoot them. But yeah, if you touched that wall, it made the most god-awful noise. It was terrible. And that was the first one. I was like, oh, I would not like it there.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do our least favorite. Everybody do your least favorite. You least want to stay.
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely had that thought. Like, so many games are trying to kill you. They're horror games or survival games, or even like the Mushroom Kingdom. It might be cool to hang out with Mario Land, but like, yeah, there's Koopa Troopas, and there's everything out there trying to. A plant will come out of a pipe and bite you. Like, anything can happen.
Well, my least favorite would probably be Silent Hill.
That's a good pick. Good. Something horror would be the worst.
Is that the one set in West Virginia?
It's the Melonhead game.
It's set in the town that still burns today. That
like the coal fire that's been burning forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so freaking creepy. From the original story to the video game, a town that's still burning.
Yeah, now that you say it, any horror game would definitely be where I would not want to be there for real.
I said Castlevania. For some reason that game always wigged me out. Like the bats would fly around, and you only had didn't you have a whip?
Yeah,
that's a weird weapon to try and survive a video game. Is just having a whip.
Works for Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I'm no Indiana Jones, even in 8-bit. Any of those games, it's not just the horror. I hated all those games where you had like Metroid, Contra, any of the ones you had to like jump on platforms and levels, and things would go up and like falling down off of things and having to jump over things. Like that's
I love Metroid.
Stressful. I hated all those games, so I don't want to jump up levels and be attacked.
What do you want to do? What were you playing? Almost everything you had to jump on things.
I'm just picturing little Jordan like waking up from a nightmare and he's like, I fell off a platform!
A nice side scroller is fine, but I don't like going up and down. I don't need to go vertical.
It just goes this way.
So what do you want to do? What's your
again, I had a kind of a hard time. I came up with a couple. I thought Donkey Kong Country seemed kind of laid back.
Just riding around carts.
Yeah, they're like giant bees and stuff, but like it seems, there are lots of bananas you can eat. Like it seemed a little more laid back than anything Mario.
You and Michael could be like a Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, just riding around your carts, flying through the air,
jumping on each other's heads and bouncing. Yeah. I thought Star Fox might be kind of fun, flying around in a jet, doing barrel rolls.
Yeah.
Any of the superhero games, you might hang out with your favorite superhero, but I think my winner would have to be RBI Baseball. No villains whatsoever. A bunch of chubby little baseball players. The score is always like 20-17. High scoring, fun baseball games. They run really fast like Babe Ruth across the field. I'm down for that any day.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I pictured Jordan as like the tapper room guy and Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
I decided, I think Dragon Age, just because I know that world better than any fictional world, and I could somehow play it to my advantage. I would be some guy in a tower, I've learned all the magic and all that stuff. Be able to keep the dragons away and things. I'm gonna live in my wizard's tower. I wasn't. Will tell you Nick's answer. He went between a couple. He worked in his mind. First, he wanted. I'm sure you've never heard of the game Springy Arms, but everybody has really long arms on springs, and he assumed that he would have them also. And he was pretty good at the game, so he thought that wasn't bad. And he thought maybe Minecraft, but there is still, he loves Minecraft because you can build things, however, whatever you wanted, but maybe it's still a little dangerous. There's some people that raid your things, but ironically, he went really close to what you said, Jordan. He wanted Wii Sports. So there's all these sports he could play.
I thought of that too. Like you just could go bowling.
He said he might lose, but he wouldn't die.
That would be great, except for at the end of the game and you go to the main screen and you go and step on the scale to weigh yourself and it goes, "That's obese."
No, didn't the Wii characters, like, they didn't have legs or something, or they not? They were just kind of like blobs.
Little stubbies.
Yeah, stubby arms and legs.
Yeah, I had the same thought about what you were saying, like Mario Kart. Like that you just drive around your little cart all day, and race people and throw bananas at them and stuff. And that's
a little less danger, more fun, less death-defying.
That does sound fun.
So I thought of that. I thought about, do you guys remember the old Atari game Journey from the band Journey?
Yeah.
It had the cool soundtrack.
Saw it yesterday on something.
Yeah, but you had to like avoid groupies and stuff like that. So I was like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, what'd the online people say? Yes.
Yeah, we had a couple of people respond. Thank you very much. Patron Jared Lowe said he can't even imagine living in this world. Donald Trump's real estate tycoon game.
Yeah, what would that be like?
Wow.
Be like Biff Tannen's.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I had thought
weird
about
alternate reality.
That roller coaster, wasn't it called Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah.
Where you built roller coasters, but then I was like, oh, cool, Disney Infinity. Like that would be my world, and with all the Disney characters. And
yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Have you ever Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
But the one he says, everyone in his house is playing Animal Crossing at the moment, and that seems like a pleasant place to live.
I imagine people that, I've never played that, but that I doubt there's much danger unless you can't find enough turnips. I hear they're a hot commodity.
Yeah, but it seemed like having a job. Like you got to clock in and grow stuff and accumulate, go to the bank. And it seems like a lot of daily.
Anybody that says our world, things with our world, it's like, that feels like, that's a cheat.
Mm.
I love Western. I like the idea of Red Dead, but there's literally dead in the title.
I thought that, I love that game so much. If I could just ride the train, ride the horse out and look, go hunting out in the woods and stuff. But you're constantly getting shot at. So I wouldn't be down for that.
It's dangerous.
And then we had our pal Reese from the Late Night Cage Fight podcast about Nicolas Cage, which you should all go check out. He said he thought the idea of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, no morals, no consequences, cool friends, and good music. And then for the least likely, he said probably The Last of Us or Spice World for PlayStation 1. Both are apocalyptic hellscapes.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about this and it would be cool to be in one of the Tron video games. I would really be down for that, being digital and being RAM or whatever. And then the same thing with BioShock, when there's the underwater kingdom and them doing all these crazy experiments. But in that one, it gets pretty horrible. So I'd like to be in it before all the horrible crap happened.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't.
Nothing open world though, like that. You remember the DC had where you built your own superhero. It was all open world stuff. Do you remember that, Michael? I think wasn't it called DC Universe? Or like Second Life, anything like that.
City of Heroes or something like that.
Yeah, I remember Heroes.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never played, but yeah, I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be down for any of those online RPG type games with thousands of other players. That's like going to Walmart, but there's like orcs and stuff around you. No thanks.
Yep. All right.
So do you know us any better?
Yeah, do you know us any better? I don't even know for sure if I know you guys any better.
It's an ongoing process we're going through.
Working through our issues.
All right. It was the whole game thing.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Hopefully we can get rid of whatever that sound is that Cliff has got going on over there.
So we hope you can find the console of your choice before the holidays.
Oh, good luck.
And to make your child happy.
Yeah, somebody said something about, does it make you happy to know that there's a kid out there that's not going to get to open one for Christmas because you snatched that up? I said, I don't even know if I could enjoy it if I didn't know that there was a kid out there that wasn't going to get one. That's half the fun.
Every time he logs in, he just thinks
like that poor sucker. You know, how many kids have told me that on there, when you play online, they're gonna rape you and all this stuff. They're like the worst kids ever. I don't think they deserve this thing at all. Should be playing with stuffed animals or something.
They do. Speaking of my Stadia, that no one knows what it is, that Google keeps trying to make bigger. Right now, they're like, if you pre-order the Cyberpunk, I think it's 2077. If you pre-order that game, you get the Stadia kit for free. Once you get the Premiere, you get the controller, and I think
they want you to.
Yeah. Which
Avengers? The first one's free, baby.
Yeah. I have been thinking about buying the Avengers game on there and checking it out. It looks pretty neat.
It may be a good alternative for people that aren't like heavy gamers. It's just something you could just plug in and play.
Yeah, it's really good for that. It's pretty simple and straightforward, and it plays all the current games.
All right.
Sorry. Well, thank you for listening, and we'll be back soon. My name is Jordan Lowe.
Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth. Bye to our special guest, Michael Case, and forever.
Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udamwithkpp.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment. Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, at the Ka-Pow Podcast on Twitter, or email the show, Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, @gmail.com. If you really want to go the extra mile, please sign up to be a patron through the Podbean app or our website, www.udamwithkpp.com, to receive special content and early access to some episodes. We are grateful to anyone that chooses to contribute, but please know that most of our content will always remain free, so please continue to like, comment, and share.